There we go. I think I'm live. We're just gonna just try and get connected. Just give us a wee second. Do, do, do. So I'm just trying to get set up a set, guys. I'm just trying to get the right position. Oh my God, you've got a clear view of my nostrils. Oh, let's make sure everything's all right. Hi, so how's that? Can you see me? I think we've got like a little. What I'm trying to do is I'm watching on my phone at the same time, so I'm filming it and I'm going to watch it on my phone so I can answer any questions that come through. So just let me know if everything's good. Yeah, you can hear me all right. I'm just yeah, I'm looking at my phone to see if you can hear me good. Yeah, all good. Got the headphones in. Yes. Good evening. Welcome to my crib or my kitchen. Um, this is so exciting. It's been really good to actually have an excuse to put something in my hair. Like that's been the main thing. And then I was like, do a shave to make sure I spray deodorant. But yeah, it's all good. So obviously people are just joining in, so that's really cool. I just want to say hello. Like for you that don't know me, my name's John, and I'm part of the Matrix Education team. And I also work in the salon full time as well. But tonight I'm not here as a Matrix educator. I'm here as just John, the artist, the hairdresser. I'm here to share everything I can with you about Matrix that I've learned through the last few years, especially more so recently with Soul Color Cult. And I'm going to take you through a bit of a journey. So we're going to talk about pre-toning, color sync. We're going to talk about Soul Color so called cult, and I'm going to show you some wigs that I've created, and I'm going to throw in a little technique at the end, and a little bit of a fun technique that you can take back to the salon and use because it's visually it is beautiful and it's so easy to do. So I'll try and answer any questions. Probably not at the minute when I'm showing you stuff, but when I start doing the technique and I'm here and I'm moving the camera and then I've got my phone beside me, I can answer things. So yeah, so numbers are up. So let's get started. Hi everybody. You like my t-shirt? I was like, let's wear something that's like a bit of fun. First of all, before I get started, I've prepared a little swatch. So on this swatch, we've done So Colour Coat, Royal Purple. Okay. And I want to show you how to remove it because that's often a question you get asked and often where people have a little bit of a struggle with. So the best way to remove coat for me is with my Light Master, which is sitting behind me. I don't know why I'm looking because my Light Master lighting powder and water. No developers, no cream developers, no shampoo, none of that nonsense, no conditioner, literally your lightening powder and your water. So my Matrix Light Master and water. So the measurements for that is 30 grams of your Light Master to 60 mils of water. I think that's right. That's my education head coming on. So, hi guys. I'm just looking at the phone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare this now. I've got my Light Master mixed up and my water already prepared. I'm going to let that stick and remove the colour whilst we're talking. All right, I'm going to come back to that at the end and you're going to see the results and the difference that it makes, knocking all that in the head with a shampoo and the Matrix Cream Developer. Because what's going to happen, you are literally just going to, if you're going to use your developer, you're going to shove that colour molecule right into that hair shaft. What you want to do is you want to be shattering it. Now, this is when we're working with Colt, okay? Because we know that Colt sits on the outer layer of the hair. Can I just get that camera up there a bit? How's that? Yeah, that's better. So we know that So Colour Coat, where it sits in the hair, the direct dye. We're talking direct. Let's not talk tone on tone at the minute. I'm going to come to that in a little bit. But this, at the minute, direct dye. Sorry, I'm just having a little bit of a reposition of the camera. All good. So we know it sits on the outer layer of the hair. So by putting your lightener and a cream developer into that to remove it. You're going to shove it. You're going to shove it right into the depth of that hair. So light master and water. Break up the colour molecule. Now I'm just going to apply a little bit of light master and water. And what we're going to do is we're just going to come back to that before I finish. I'm mindful, obviously we're clapping for the NHS tonight, so I want to be mindful for that. So I'll try and get through as much as I can. And then the demo that I'm going to do on the doll's head with the cult, we will come back to that, and I'll get that washed about 8, quarter past, 8:30, and then I'll take some pictures of it and we can share them about 8:30 or something on the page. It's really cool. There we go. So light master and water. That is going to be like magic. You're going to see that remove in front of our eyes. So I'm going to sit this behind somewhere and I will take you through what I am going to show you. So recently I've been doing a lot of wigs and I've been getting a lot of inboxes just the last few days since we've been talking about this live tonight, asking if I will show the wigs and can I tell more about the wigs. So I thought, well, I'll kickstart this tonight and show you a little bit of the wigs, because on these wigs I've actually used colour sync from Matrix and Cult. So talk you through a little journey. When I get a wig, this wig, this is 100% human hair. Really fun. Now, I'm not saying I'm a wig specialist, and I'm not saying I'm a colour specialist. I'm not saying I know all. I just know what I know, and there's so many great, talented people out there that I follow. Like, for example, James Masters, absolutely fantastic, amazing technique. I'm just sharing what I know from what I've learned in my experiences and how things work for me. And yeah, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Every night, just being able to share what is good for us, what our passion is. And my passion is bright colour. So the wig comes like this, okay? 100% human hair, beautiful hairline. What I like to do is when I'm creating something, so I turn this wig using Cult into this, okay? Wow, absolutely stunning. All Cult colours, all direct, straight from the tube, straight onto the wig. Well, not really straight onto the wig. There's a bit of a journey. And the journey of that is pre-toning. How many of you pre-tone in the salon? How many times have you done maybe a direct colour and you think, oh, it's a bit wishy-washy? Or how many times have you applied a yellow and you've not felt happy with the result? Pre-tone. Pre-tone is a massive thing. So I get my human hair wig. I then know that I'm going to go down a blue road. So then what I do is I mix up a bowl of water and I drop some Admiral Navy into the water. I dip my wig in and out of the water. It's called the wig wash technique. Dipping it, dipping it, dipping it. And eventually my wig starts to look like that. That is my pre-tone. So I've created this beautiful, like, ocean effect. A bit patchy, a bit nice and blue in some areas, weaker blue in others, but that's my pre-tone. So that whole wig then became that colour. It was beautiful, but it wasn't what I wanted. So basically, step one, you pre-tone. I then went in with cobalt blue, colour sync in the root. Now look at the root, like shiny, deep blue in the root. So then I washed that off. Obviously it takes forever. Washed that off. And then I went in with my Admiral Navy, but I didn't just use Admiral Navy on its own. I treat my wigs like I'm treating a client, like it sits in front of me. I section it the same way, very anal in sectioning. Everything is very structured with the section, so I treat it the same way. And I start applying the colour, and like I said, it was Admiral Navy mixed with Disco Silver. So that's a good little tip for you guys. If you are mixing your soul colour cult and you want to bring it down a little bit, don't always think about going in with clear. You don't need to clear. I always think go in with some Disco Silver. Disco Silver just changes the tone completely. But also a little tip as well, if you are going to start to play with the colours and try to play with Disco Silver, is always go in with your Disco Silver or your clear first. So put that in your bowl and start off with a little droplet of the desired shade. Because the pigment and the colour is so strong, you're just going to be there forever. If you go in with your purple first and try and dilute that, oh my God, you're going to go through 3 tubes of clear. So definitely go in with your light, your clear, or your Disco Silver first. yeah, so that's what I started to do, and I started to create different shades of blue running through it. The yellow I created as well, so again, that was Lucky Ducky yellow. And what that is actually weft. So I've actually, extension here, dipped it in a yellow bowl of water, and Lucky Ducky yellow, and then created this beautiful yellow. And then I've sewn my yellow into the wig. And that is how I've done it. And the same with the flamenco fuchsia, but with the flamenco fuchsia, I actually dropped a little bit of royal purple into that to create a beautiful, well, you can see it. Flamenco's my favourite anyway, and I think it's really long lasting, like it's stunning. And clients that have it done tend to, for me, come in like 6 weeks after and they still have hair like flamenco fuchsia coloured hair. I love it. It's amazing. So yeah, that's how I created this. So it's not just a case of getting the blue or getting the green or the pinks and putting them on. It's all about the pre-toning. Hi guys! But definitely use your clears and your silvers first when you are going to play with coat. And definitely just apply a little bit of the desired shade, because otherwise you'll be there forever. The same as well. So this one. This, again, was the exact same colour as this. But I've toned it down, so we've got beautiful silvers and greys and like a grey shadow root going on. And again, I pre-toned it. So we've got, what did I pre-tone this with? I pre-toned this with Colour Sync SPV. So SPV gave me a beautiful blank canvas. So then I could go in with 10V, I then went in with the Matrix Silver Grey at the root and for the darker panels. Some of the darker panels I used Matrix Silver Grey and I dropped in a few droplets of 1A just to give it some depth. But it was really fun, and for me, the pre-toning changed everything, because if I put a 10V onto that colour here, what's going to happen? The violet in the 10 is going to start to neutralise the yellow, so you're not really going to get a true representation of the tone. So I pre-tone it. Then I know that my tone is going to sit on that nicely, and I'm going to get a true tone. I'm going to get a true result. SPV, I'm just saying, I love SPV. Yeah, absolutely, SPV is my favourite. So before like the antis came out of Matrix, which I'll not go into, but I used to use SPV, SPA for my pre-toning. But it's the same with anything. Like I pre-tone the shit out of everything. Like full head foils, lightener applications, everything I pre-tone. And even sometimes I'll post-tone. So like I'd done a client with a 5RR and we wanted a real nice red, a brighter red. So then we glossed it with So Colour Cult Red Hot after post-tone. Like why not? That client got the colour that that client wanted. But yeah, so I toned, yeah, pre-tone, SPV, and then you know that that tone that then you're picking from your consultation centre, shade chart, is going to give you the true result of what that tone can do. Because sometimes if the hair's got loads of unwanted yellow in there, or a lot of unevenness, or it's lifted in places and created some kind of patchy areas, that pre-tone is just going to balance that out. So then the tone, dogs are barking, so then your tone is going to sit on it, and you're just going to get a clearer. Something's got the dogs excited. You're just going to get a more beautiful result and a more truer result. Your V's are going to be violet, your ashes are going to be ashy. So I would say that to everybody. If you can, pre-tone. And if people, some of the people I'm seeing in the comments, like they know me and they know some of the colours that I do. And one of the colours that I love to create as silvers and greys. Now, I don't know if we can see this. I think you can. Let me just see if I can change that up a little bit. Ooh. Yeah, pre-tone, definitely pre-tone. I'm reading some of the questions there. Pre-tone, definitely super important with that. It's 100%. But look at that. Pre-tone that. And guess that. That was pre-tone just simply by dipping this mannequin head in a Biolage Colour Last shampoo. So I had some Colour Last shampoo, mixed it in with some water, just over there. And that was my pre-tone. So taking that client to the backwash, if you haven't got any pre-toners, taking the client to the backwash, giving them a wash with a nice deep silver brass off, the Colour Last shampoo, pre-toning that way, that always works. when we look at this mannequin head, this is how she came. Nothing wrong with her. I don't know if you can see that in the camera. Can you see the difference? She has been pre-toned, she's been dipped in the Biolage shampoo. Such a big difference. And just knocks the yellow edge off. We can see a little bit of warmth here, a little bit of yellow. So I know that by doing that, that's going to make my canvas completely blank. So I know that my colour then is going to give me a true result. My vivids, my colour sync, I know that I'm going to get the colour that I want to get. Another little thing that I had prepared for you guys is, let me bring it forward. Yeah. Can you see that clear enough? Let me see. This is Lucky Ducky Yellow. Now, Lucky Ducky Yellow is my absolute favourite. I've got a couple of clients that have this as a full head application. Beautiful. They love it. And it lasts, like I promise you it lasts. Like one of my clients, she's a great lady, she does my tattoos. She wears this yellow and we pre-tone it. That's why it lasts. So we're pre-toning that. We're not only pre-toning it, but we're following up with some great product called Keep Me Vivid. I'll touch on that. But what I've done here, so on this side, it's hard to see when I'm looking at the camera. I'm not going to look at the camera. On this side, I've applied the Lucky Ducky Yellow direct from the tube. So we can see it's straight off the tube, straight onto the hair. On this side, I pre-toned with 10G. You see the difference? Then I went over with my Lucky Ducky Yellow. The pigment is just stronger. It's brighter. It's a lot more even from root to tip. It's gonna last longer, isn't it? Because it's like painting a black wall that's white. It's gonna take a couple of coats, or it's gonna need to be filled with a colour in between. Like, this is how I look at colour. This is how I look at vivids, and this is how I look at hair. So Lucky Ducky Yellow. I'm just reading some of the messages. Definitely do this. Definitely try it. Like I say, pre-tone, 10G on this side, Lucky Ducky over the top, Lucky Ducky direct on its own on that side. You see that difference? Yeah, give me a thumbs up if you can see it. Yellow is my favourite, and it lasts. And that's the thing. If you do it, it's not the product that doesn't work. Like, it's how it's used. You know, they've been through a manufacturer's company and they've been put on the shelf and they've been through test after test after test. It isn't that the product's crap. Like, they all work, but they all have different uses, and it's how we use them. So 100%, definitely try that. Definitely try pre-tone. Just play with it, get the technique, and it'll change everything. It's so cool. Yeah, it's fun. And even this one, so, like, sorry, I jumped from here because that finished result was Matrix Sheer Steel. Look at that. But some of my favourites, so obviously Sheer Steel's a favourite. A favourite is 10P and 1A in Matrix. That makes a beautiful silver. But you're only going to get these silvers and greys if you've got a blank canvas. You can have a blank canvas on a level 8 and get a beautiful grey. You can have a blank canvas on a level 10 and get a beautiful grey. So definitely just think about pre-toning it and your results will change. So what I'm going to do is I've mixed up all of my coat and I'm just going to show you a little technique that I've done. And I've used this in the salon and I would have used it in the coming months. Like my clients that like to go to Pride and stuff, I'll create like a rainbow Pride effect. So let's pretend that everything's normal and this client's going to go party at some big Pride thing and she's like going to live her best life. And I've actually created it on this side, but I've hid it so you can't see it because that'd just be cheating. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it across and I'm going to show you on this side, okay? We all hearing us all right? Would you still pre-tone with 10G if the light and the left you would go base anyway? Yeah, I would actually, Janice, because if I left it with lightened and there was a warmth in the hair, I'd still want that warmth to be level throughout. So for me, I would still pre-tone. I pre-tone everything. I can't stress how important it is. And like I said, I'll even post-tone. So if I've done a silver or a grey that I'm not overly impressed with, or I think it could be better, then I'll post-tone it. Like, I could easily run a sheer steel over it again, or I could run a disco silver and so-colour coat. Like, I could run that over it, and I'll post-tone it. There's nothing wrong with that. Pre-toning, post-toning. Do whatever you can to get the results. Share some of your favourite grey formulas. Oh God, really? Some of my favourites. Sheer steel is a favourite. Sheer steel with a little bit of sheer ash is a favourite. 10p for the matrix. 10p with a drop of 1A. When I say a drop, I mean like a drop. 10, anything with an A and a V together, beautiful as well. So like an 8V, 10A, beautiful. Drop a little bit of 1A in there. If you're a bit nervous about that, then I always think if in doubt, clear it out, put some clear in, soften it a little bit. But 1A just adds that little bit more depth. And again, that's what we done in this one. So we created that, dropped a little bit of 1A into the root formula, which was silver grey with a drop of 1A. Can you see that all right? Just gave like a really smoky, dark silver grey there, didn't it? But if it had gone black. So still on the smoky side. So yeah. So let's see. So how many grams of 10p to 1A? Literally, if it was 30 grams of your 10p, it is a drop of 1A. I don't even measure it in grams. It is like pinky nail size, if you've not got nails to there. Or just a pea amount, just like a pea size drop, just something just to drop into it. It changes it completely. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you this little fun technique, and I'm going to work through a rainbow effect, and I'm going to work through the colour wheel as well, because I know that everything blends in well together. So let me get some gloves on. Gemma, so what are we asking? What if using multiple colours? If using multiple colours, Claire, then I would pre-tone with, just trying to think of my clients, then I'll pre-tone just with like the Colour Last Brasov shampoo. I'll pre-tone just with a mask of some sort in the product range that you're using. So Matrix, it would be like a So Silver mask. Just something to give it that little bit of an undercoat. Just always say it. I'm always like, it's like painting a wall, but it is when you're playing with creative colour and vivids. You just need that wall to be blank, don't you? You need to start with a blank canvas. Definitely 100%. So A's and V's. Yes, Amy Johnson. Oh, Amy, hi. Amy's a friend from Blackpool. I say friend. We communicate all the time online, but we never sort of see each other apart from award ceremonies. But yeah, so she's kind of getting into the world of Matrix as well. But A's and V's, beautiful together. Something just dropped, but I don't know what it is. Let me start on with this little technique for you guys. So we have got, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring the camera forward. Let's move things forward. I'm just trying to be careful of time because I know we're clapping for the NHS tonight and we want to be outside for 8 o'clock. Let me just bring the camera forward. Excuse my nostrils because, yeah, it's a clear. This is really fun. It's really playful. And it's something that I've done in the salon, and it's something that you're seeing a lot on like social media, and you're seeing big named people doing it, and you think like, how the hell did they do that? Well, let me show you how I do it, my take on it. Got my little mannequin head. Gonna give a centre parting. Well, I waited for the back on it. So let's say we're going from central front, and we're going to run straight through the top of the head to the pointing back. All right, and then I'm going to take another fine, so this is how she wears it, but then I'm going to take another fine little triangular section. Her hair falls like this. I've actually sectioned this already away so that we're not going to touch this, we're not going to use this, we're going to work through this triangular section. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my phone just in front so I can answer any questions as I'm going along. Yeah, I totally agree, Julie. Like, Colour Sync is just growing and growing. It's getting better and better. Like, and that's the thing, like, constantly evolving and there's constantly new shades coming out. So that's what's great about it. And not only that, like, things are so intermixable. So if there's something not there, like, we can make it, like, intermix it. You can add your clears. You know, like things like your mushrooms, so your mushroom browns, they're really popular, aren't they? People talk about them. Mochas, heralds, they all go towards making a really nice mushroom. Sorry, I'm just trying to get things right for this camera. Right, so what I'm going to do, got my little section. We've already pre-sectioned her. She's ready to go. We want to take a nice fine slice from this corner here, and we're going to over-direct it. So we're going to over-direct it over to the other side of her head. Okay? Makes sense? My doll head's spinning. Let me just tighten it up. She's been spun that much over the last few days. I'm like, come on! Keep falling off. Then I'm going to take my foil, my kitchen foil. I'm going to place the foil nice and tight in there. Now, what I do with this technique is I start with the red. So tension is super, super important. Now let me get to this. Let me spin it so you can see. Tension is super important. So to keep the tension. For this technique, I like a firm brush. Now, the matrix brushes are great for this technique. They're super firm. You want to be in control of your placement. So I like to keep complete control. I've got my firm hand on my hair, and I've got a firm hand on the brush. So I'm going to work with the rainbow, and I'm going to work through orange, red, orange, yellow. I know they blend really well together, so if there's ever a problem, there's not going to be a problem. They blend really, really, really well. So I'm going to miss the orange at the minute, and I'm going to use the yellow. And I'm doing that just to help secure the hair. We want to lock that into place. So just to lock that and keep everything together. Bum, bum, bum. Perfect. Let me move that a bit, so I've got a bit of room. I'm all over the place. I've got weights up here. Let me move that on. There we go. I can breathe. Right. So then we've got that one. So then we're going to go. We're going to miss the green. And we're going to go one below the green. And again, just keeping that tension. Just really awkward with kitchen foil. Just literally little sections like this. Little inch and a half sections. Super fun. Let's go back up. We'll go to the orange. So again, can't see properly, can I? Let me see. Let me spin us this way. That better. Yeah, I think that's better. So I'm going to go in with the orange. I'm going to start applying the orange again up top. Blending it, I always leave a fine, tiny line between the orange and the yellow. Or a fine line between any of the colours. Because then what I like to do is I then turn the brush on its side, and I like to just blend that in. Turn it on its side, softly blending the two colours together. Yeah, so I'm blending the orange into the red, just nice and soft. So I put my orange back in there after wiping it on my little tissue. It's always good to keep some tissue and keep a clean area of work. And then I take my yellow and I'll use my yellow brush. And I'll do the same. I'll just use the corner and I'll blend the yellow into the orange. You can use your brush to do this, and I suppose some people will use the finger. Just use whatever, or you might have a separate brush that you'll use. For me, this works. Then I'll get my little brush and I'll just wipe it on the towel and make sure it's nice and clean. Oh, Louise, you said it's better on the other side. It's better this side or the other side? I'm like, it's all back to front because I need to be here. Where's better? Tell me. 1 second, let me find where's the best position because we just sort of like, let's go for here. So then I've got my green. So then I'm going to go into my green and I'm leaving that little fine line just between the yellow and the blue purple shade. I'm then wiping the excess off on my bowl and then just using the corner just to blend it in. Yeah? And again, wipe that on my tissue and then just using my corner just to blend that in. The thing is, when this goes back over the other way, it's all going to be shattered anyway. But I just like to make sure, just in case, so it just creates a complete different. Just to make sure. Just because I would hate to do the whole technique and then at the end be like, oh, we should have blended that together. So let me then go in with my last colour. And again, using the corner of my brush, my matrix brush, because it's nice and firm, and just blending that in, dabbing it on the tissue, getting rid of it. Again, I'm just going to touch up in that section there. Guys, have you got any questions? Throw them at me. But look, I threw that list already. So you see what's happening? So we're creating over-directing, because we know that when we place that back over, we're going to create something beautiful. It is, it's going to look absolutely beautiful. So again, we've done it there. So we're going to take another fine section, and we're going to lay it over the top. I'll do this for another few minutes, guys. Well, I'll do it for a few sections if that's all right. But yeah, any questions? Do you prefer coat over anything else direct? See, to be honest, I absolutely do. And I'm not saying that because I'm part of the Matrix education team, but I do, that's the truth. Like, I absolutely do. The longevity is incredible. The result, it's a technology that's in coat. So obviously with SoColor coat, it's made up with a different technology to not any other vivid, but most vivids. And it's got the violet technology. So most vivids are made up with the blue and a red molecule, whereas SoColor coat's made up with the violet molecule. So that's what gives it its longevity, and that's what gives it the instant beautiful colour. So yeah, that's why I love SoColor coat. Like I say, I've got loads and loads of coat clients. Again, turn on my brush, loads and loads of coat clients, and they've had really, really long-lasting results, and they get the best out of the colour. Turn on my brush again, creating a little blend, and getting that red into that orange. I'm just going to come down the hair so you can see I'm working on these different colours there. But yeah, definitely, it's one of my favourites. Where did you get the bowl from with the 4-section part? I think I just got it from like my local Alan Howard store. It's really cool, isn't it? It's really good when I'm working with vivids and keep everything together as well. Do I do a lot of work like this in my salon, Rachel? I do loads of this stuff. Absolutely loads. And the thing is, like, I've not got a huge Instagram following. I've not got a massive portfolio of work. Like, so people might not know who I am, but do you know what? It's not about your followers. It's not about how many numbers you've got. It's about I just think it's about what you're creating and how you're coming across. And yeah, definitely, I do a lot of this in the salon. Hi guys, you're welcome. And I just can't wait to actually show you it and show you it finished. Like, as soon as we're finished today, I'll get it blow dried and I will show you the technique and I'll show you it finished. I'll just finish up this section. And any questions? You're loving my bowl. Thanks, Bethany. But look at that. Like, always work with colours as well that you know that are going to work well together. 1 second. Always work with colours that you know that are going to blend well together. So obviously, I know that these are all going to work really well and create something really beautiful and really striking. Let me just see if I've got any questions, because I'm going to set this to one side and I'm going to crack on with that when I finish, because we have only got a few more sections to do. Literally, it is just a case. But let me just pull one more over. Doesn't it look like a little bit of a... Oh, come on, darling. Like a little bit of like a... Look at that. Dun, dun, dun. Beautiful. So, let me answer a couple of questions, because... There we go. Let me see. Yeah, I do a lot of work like this in the salon, Rachel. I hope I've covered that one. Have I got any base 1 or 10p to give an example of someone's messaging? It will work. Absolutely will work. 10p and 1a. If you go onto my Instagram page, John Anthony Hair, you will see it in there. It works. It's beautiful. I have a little girl who's feeling very inspired. Just starting to get my head around Colt. Does Disco Silver tone on tone work well overlaid with baby lights? So tone on tone is a totally different technology. Tone on tone, Comes in a silver tube, so it is like a tube of colour. All right. Your direct comes in a white tube, so straight from the tube, straight onto the hair. Direct is a 30-minute 30-minute processing time. Tone on tone is anything from 20 minutes, and the tone on tone can be mixed with 10 or 20 ball. So you think to yourself, when would you use tone on tone? So for me, I've used it, and I've got one particular lady who's natural hair. She's got natural grey, salt and pepper, really heavy natural. She wanted some purple and she wanted some pink. I knew that I couldn't go in there and lift up sections of purple and pink, or of Light Master, and then find them sections again with my direct. So I went in with tone on tone, 10 ball, and flamenco fuchsia, and royal purple. Just flecks of that. Again, that's on my Instagram, so it's a true story. It's there to see, and it turned out beautiful. And that's where I use it. So people that we don't want to lighten. So the tone on tone is a little bit more, less vivid, less bright, less intense, and a little bit more softer, but absolutely beautiful. NHS rainbow hair. Yeah, on my Instagram I've done that as well. Like I've done some hospital workers, my little friend Linda, and I've done her hair with a rainbow. Any other questions? Do you mix cult together different? Absolutely. So again, if you're looking for a denim blue, use your disco silver, use your Admiral Navy, and bring them together. But only drop in a little bit of your Admiral Navy, and use things like this. Like use like a sheet of something. I think there's some companies out there that do like a notebook that takes it really well. For me, a bit of tissue. I know tissue is quite hard to get hold of at the minute, but definitely use some tissue. Something like that works really well. And the other thing I'd say is don't let the technologies meet. So when you're working with SoColor Couple, don't let direct touch tone on tone. Keep it completely separate. So if you're working in a root area with a tone on tone, then take your direct through in a foil or whatever, but just don't let the technology meet. And if you've ever experienced it, you'll have this fine band of like a greeny, murky colour, two different technologies. So you just want to make sure that they do not meet. Talk us through, we'll tell it. Can I use 30? No, never, Michelle. I always say just keep it lower, especially with the vivid colours like 10, 20 volt. I think if you went for 30, I'm not going to say it's not going to work, but you'll probably just blast the tone out of the hair. So if you went in thinking, I want to get 3 levels of lift, I'm going to use my 30 volt, you're going to shove that tone on tone and you're just going to blast the tone. So then you probably need to follow up with a post tone after. But yeah, definitely keep it more controlled. Yeah, 98. My 98-year-old is loving flamenco fuchsia. It's my absolute favourite. It's long lasting. It's beautiful. It gives stunning, stunning results. And the other thing as well, this product's amazing. So Matrix Total Results Keep Me Vivid. Fantastic for locking in the vivid tones. Use it at the backwash. It's for stylists, salons only, backwash treatment. Use that. It's not a take home for the client, but that has got like a lock-in technology. So that is locking in that vivid tone, and it's going to keep it locked in, and your client's going to get long out of it. Let me go back to my little swatch that I've done, wherever I put it. Now, that has literally been sitting behind us, okay? Talk me through your behind the chair competition. Well, I've got an entry in behindthechair.com, and I've used 3 colours. I'll come back to this. And I've used the Red Hot, I've used the Orange Alert, and I've used Lucky Ducky Yellow. So I went in with Red Hot in at the root area, a tiny little band. Then I went in with my Orange Alert, and then a couple of inches, and then I took the yellow through the rest. But when you see the image, the yellow isn't all the way through the rest because the red melts into the orange melts into the yellow. So whenever I'm working with yellow and any other colour of the vivids, I always put in more yellow because I know when we start working and blending and moving, that we're going to lose a lot of the yellow. So definitely that I've entered that competition. And you know what? I've always looked at it for years and I thought this time, just do it, just go for it, have a bit of fun, John. Like, why not? Life's too short. Look at this. That was Royal Purple, Light Master, water. That is incredible. Let me get a bit of tissue. that is how we remove so-called occult from hair, the safest way. We're not over-compromising the hair as well, because you've got to think of that. You don't want to be blasting that hair with lightener and 20 ball and 30 ball and shampoo and conditioner, because you're just gonna ruin the condition of that hair. But look, there you go. Matrix, so-called occult, royal purple, and there's still a splash of it on the back where I haven't smudged it in properly. Just removed, like that, light master and water. All right. Has that helped you guys? Like, would you take something back to the salon with that? Because that's how, honestly, it's incredible. When I started to read my lightener product in the back of it and the instructions and follow the manufacturer's instructions as well, they're there for a reason. They're not just there for you to wing it and throw it, but follow the manufacturer's instructions. You'll get stunning results. Follow the manufacturer's instructions with your timing with coat, with your tone on tone. You're just going to get stunning results. And that is incredible. Definitely try it, guys. It is the safest way to do it. We're not over-compromising the hair. We're not adding any cream developer in there. We've literally just done our water. That was on. So when did I start today? So this. When did I put the purple on? What day did I put the purple on? Let me think. Someone's asked. That was about. When did I know I was doing this? What day are we on? What day is it? I don't even know what day it is. Thursday. So it was on Monday. Definitely try it. Would that remover work on any other colour? Absolutely. So if you're working with colour and you're working with, like, you're working with level 5s and you've created loads of, you've got your regular client and you've constantly gone in with a level 5 on the root area, and after a period of time she's like, it's getting too dark, it's getting too much, like, wash it through at the backwash, like soften the cuticle, soften the hair through the mids and ends with a light master and water formula. If you're using light master, just soften the colour molecule and then glaze it with the shade lighter. So you go in with like a level 6 or something and glaze it with that. Great tip for best result for removing. Does the water need to be warm? Not warm, just comfortable, because if you're working on a client, you don't want the client to be like, oh, freedom. So just something that's comfortable, but that's how I remove my colour. Does that remove tone on tone or just direct? Well, it would soften tone on tone as well. It's a different, because the tone on tone is sitting further into the hair shaft, like your permanent colour is, it's probably just going to break up the colour molecule. So it might need to be done a couple of times. But yeah, honestly, guys, it's the safest way to do it. And I think it changes everything, because in the USA, like when they talk about so-called occult, they've got colour removers, they've got ways to remove it. We don't have that in the UK, but there is ways to remove it. So just remember, light master and water. And another little tip, with the blues and the purples, probably more the blue. If you have a client that wants blue hair, Admiral Navy, you need to make sure that client knows that that is going to be a full-on relationship. That is not an affair. They're not dipping their feet in. When they're having this blue hair, it is married, 3 kids, detached house, car. They are not getting rid of it. That does not remove easy. You just need to make sure the client knows that. All right? So how long was it in to lift the purple? Kim, I actually done that straight up. As soon as I started today's session at 7 o'clock, probably about 7:05, I mixed the formula and I sat it in, and it's been sitting at the side. So it's probably been about 40 minutes, right? But yeah, so just be wary of that. And I'm talking you through how to remove them, but there is one, and that's the blue, that is really, really strong and hard to remove. Oh no, Louise, you are going to have trouble with that. Through personal experience, again, your light master and your water, soft fuels, bring it down, and then just look at your colour wheel. So look at what tone you're left with, and look at what you're going to neutralise it with. So you got to think of that. And if you're left with like a murky green colour, you know, look opposite. What are you going to neutralise? So you're not going to get rid of it. You're just going to neutralise, and you're going to then create a nice blank canvas. But just be warned, the blue is the hardest. Yeah, it definitely is a good job we're on lockdown. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to go and finish off my little technique. and I'm gonna then get it blow dried and get some pictures posted into the group. If there's any questions that I haven't answered, then I will have a look and I will try and answer them. Is there anything else you want to know that's so colourful, or have I kind of like rattled through everything? Just remember your pre-tone, and remember that for colour sync as well. Remember how important it is. Remember how to remove it with your light master and your water. And just think about this technique. So if you're working on a section, it might even be a panel in the back. So if it's a panel in the back, we're going to over direct it to the front, and then we're going to start our technique. But the technique doesn't need to be blended together. We can do some, miss some, do some, miss some, and create a real pixelated effect. There's all sorts you can do. We can put colours in that are not actually meant to be together. So we can play with some purple, some yellow, some purple, some yellow. You can do anything. So I just hope that you're taking something away from it. Vivid is my absolute favourite. I've just tried to feed you as much as I could. And I just want to just say thank you, and thank you for watching. And by all means, if there's anything I can help you with, just send me a message, drop a message in here, and let's connect, because really in times like this, I think it's so important. And at the minute, I'm connecting on my Instagram and I'm loving it. And these pictures that I take of this tonight, they'll be on my Instagram, they'll be on the Hair Socials page, they'll be on the Facebook page. Sorry, I'm just saying, what would you pre-tone with for the direct red? Again, it depends what you're going for. If I was going to pre-tone with for a red, depends on the base, I'd want to throw a bit of copper and a bit of gold in. So I'd probably maybe pre-tone with, what did I pre-tone with the last time I done a red? I'd pre-tone with an 8RC. So if you've been lifted up, I was going to be red hot. I pre-toned with Colour Sync 8RC. And then I left that on just 10 minutes as well. Pre-tone just needs to be, doesn't need to be the full 20-minute development time, depending on the hair porosity, but just 10 minutes. So yeah, and my Instagram is just John Anthony Hair. Thank you guys. I just want to say thank you. And sorry, I'm being mouthed for something. What? I'm not showing the finished side. I'll show the finished side at the end. So when I've blow dried it all and coloured it all, I'll drop that side, and then I'll, do you know what, I might just, shall I show you it now quickly before we go? We've got to go, it's 10:02. Dun, dun, dun. Right, let me quickly show you the finished side, just ever so quickly. It's not styled, so don't judge me. I've gone to so much hard work trying to hide this side as well, and then I've just been like, let's get it out, why not? Dun, 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 dun. Quick, we've got to be at the door for 8 o'clock. Are you ready? Are you ready? I can't work under this pressure. The clock is against us. If you're still watching, bear with me. Oh, the thing is, it's in a plait. It's going to be an absolute mess. Right, it's obviously in a mess because it's going to need styling, but you can see what we'll create. So this is going to come through the other side, and you're going to see a beautiful, blended, shattered, like rainbow. I can't even describe it. It's absolutely stunning. So I will take pictures of all of this. I'll style it all. I'll do both sides, and you're just going to see a real nice vivid rainbow on a pre-toned head. Thank you for watching. It's been lovely. Enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy the rest of the week, because there's loads of socials coming up. I'll be following them. Any questions, throw them at me. Thanks, guys. Bye.